to Dr. Pablos-Mendez for the Distinguished Lifetime Award.
It's a special privilege and a personal delight to share this award, to convey this recognition to my friend Ken Castro. Ken has been a colleague, fundamentally. His leadership skill in tuberculosis for the last, he's been almost 30 years or so in CDC, most of that fighting tuberculosis. And I've been able to work with him for most of that career. And I can say that the effectiveness, because he's been incredibly successful domestically and globally, as I noted earlier, and that's because of his leadership style. He's a physician scientist and clearly rigorous on the evidence all the way. At the same time, his ability to work with people, his respect for others, a respectful representative of the United States governments abroad, but also an incredible leader from the CDC, and just a friend. I think that Ken, we have gone through a lot of tough periods in the TV fight. There's a real fight. And lots of good things have been accomplished. And I think the year 2000, after a lot of the leadership from the US, then became an important year, and Ken was central to make sure the community came together. In many other areas, you see parts in the Stop TB partnership, we have actually come together. A lot of pieces have moved, and Ken has been behind almost each of those pieces. And personally, I just want to thank you, Rear Admiral Ken Castro, someone who came from Puerto Rico, worked in the Bronx, where I also worked for a while. And again, it's been a story of success, a life story of success, and something for which we are deeply, deeply appreciative. And although he will be retiring from the CDC, we certainly hope that we're going to continue to tap his leadership, his talent, and his friendship as we continue to work on tuberculosis. Ken, thank you.
Thank you. I'm deeply honored, humbled, and grateful for this recognition. And what I'd like to do is two things with this award. First of all, dedicate it to the people who were called upon to serve, such as those that we saw depicted in the films, those who've come up and lent their voices, very much needed, to what has been until recently a fairly faceless disease in our country. Secondly, I need to accept this on behalf of all the hard workers who day in and day out in every city of the world are looking for people afflicted with tuberculosis to bring them life-saving interventions, and in the process establish these bonds with patients, learn about lifestyles, try to support them through the rigors of taking some long therapy, in my opinion, too damn long, and we need to change that with some of the research. Having lived personally through my own career and witnessed the remarkable achievements we can proudly claim against HIV and AIDS, I think that we need to aspire for no less in tuberculosis in bringing some better drugs, shorter therapy for people with both drug-resistant and drug-susceptible TB. Those of you who know me know that I also tend to have a sense of irreverent humor, and there's something awkward about accepting a Lifetime Achievement Award. I ain't dead. And just take this as a lifetime in uniform. My plan is to retire from the uniform service after 31 years of service, but I'll regrow my beard, given that it's no longer within the grooming standards of the U.S. Public Health Service. And I do intend to continue fighting, and I will take the words of Congressman Engel. You have my promise that I will not rest until our work is done and TB is eliminated. I also want to acknowledge all of you who've been recognized because of the work that you're doing on behalf of the citizens of our country and of the world. If it weren't for your support, we wouldn't be doing any of our work. So I very much appreciate that. I must also acknowledge my colleagues at CDC who are passionately dedicated with a unity of purpose in our fight against tuberculosis. So many of you who are part of the federal U.S. government task force, NIH, USAID, HRSA, all our partners in crime as we try to rid the world of this scourge. So I'm humbled and honored by the award. I will treasure it, but it's really dedicated to the people who we serve and accepted only on behalf of all of you who do the work. Thank you.